I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed.
Yeah, everybody. Welcome back to the Unphazed podcast, here for another week. We got a special episode for y'all today, man. This is we got to talk about the Super Bowl. I'm a football player at heart. You know what I mean? I say I'm more than an athlete a lot of times, and I am more than an athlete, but when it comes down to it, football is in my blood. It's in my sweat. I didn't cry over football. It's the thing that loved me back. One of the first things that I was like, okay, I can really be great at something. So, very special episode for y'all today. The NFL, man, the Super Bowl just passed. The Super Bowl just came and went. It's gone just like that. But let me tell y'all something. This had to be one of the most anticlimactic, if that's the word, anticlimactic Super Bowls in history. I don't know if it's necessarily what's going on in the world or like that's just bringing us down, or if there was just so much like talking about Bad Bunny and the halftime show and everybody like just being upset and arguing back and forth. But I'm going to say overall, the Super Bowl, the energy level was low. Even when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, like the energy just didn't feel like it was there to me. Like I'm watching them celebrate. I'm watching the guys talk about it. You know what I mean? We need to bring back when you go up to somebody and say, hey, Phaz McClurch, what you just won the Super Bowl. What's the next thing you're gonna do? I'm going to Disney World.
Bill Sims, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you doing next?
I'm gonna go to Disney World. I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to Disneyland. Going to Disney World. Going back to Disneyland. I'm dedicating this win to our troops. I'm going to Disney World.
We need to bring that back. Like we got away from that, and since we stopped doing that, I feel like the Super Bowl energy has went down. That's all I'm gonna say. But we need to bring that back, man. But the energy just felt low. You know, you've seen the Seahawks won, and let's talk about something specific. Drake Maye. Right, I want to pull up a picture of Drake Maye. Can you click that picture in that one right there? Click that one and zoom it in for you. If we talk about Drake Maye's performance, this is Drake Maye to me. And for all you football fans, these true football fans, you guys know exactly who this is. Mr. Paul Crew from The Longest Yard. And I'm going to be honest, this is what Drake Maye played like to me. And Adam Sandler was actually at the game, so I don't know if he put a little Longest Yard voodoo on the game, a little Paul Crew voodoo, or if the worm was there or something in Drake Maye's ear, but I don't know. But it's crazy because you don't know nowadays, because you've seen what's going on with the NBA, right? We've seen all the crazy people with this betting and throwing the games and different things like that. So like I wouldn't put it past, but I'm not gonna say Drake Maye had some debts or he took a payout. I'm not going to say that, but I'm just saying it definitely looked like it. Drake Maye definitely looked like Adam Sandler. He looked like Paul Crew in this game. He was missing very easy throws. And it's like, okay, at some point it's like, it's not nerves. Like even the one touchdown he had to the running back, like it was like right there, you throw it into the ground and you're like, oh, you're surprised that he caught the ball and went to the end zone. So I don't know. I'm just saying it was weird. It's not sitting right with me. It's over now. You know what I mean? Drake Maye, I say that to say he is an amazing player though. And I do understand, like I'm saying, I am a professional football player. I was a professional football player, and I've been in games in college, in high school, championship level, playoff level games where there's a lot of energy and I don't make the play, right? Or the moment is too big, or it's like I crumble or something happens. So I'm not gonna say put all this on Drake Maye and just say like he threw the game or whatever it is. It looked bad. It did look bad, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, and I know because I've been there as an athlete. So it was tough to see, especially coming off such a great season. And I know he's so young. So Drake Maye, he has a lot of work to do, like off of that game, because that was, I'm just gonna put it how it is. It was a terrible game. He played a terrible game. The team, the defense played their heart out. It's not much more you can do. You know what I mean? But I know it's a team sport, though. So definitely can't put it all on Drake Maye. Not a good performance for him. But I will say this, that Drake Maye, he has a, just based off of this season, I was not familiar with his game. This season, and doing what he did with the Patriots, it was inspiring to see, and I think he has a very bright future. So some of the Drake Maye stats, like even on a positive note, he led the NFL in some of these key passing categories. He finished the regular season with the highest completion percentage at 72%. Yards per attempt was 8.9, and passer rating 113.5 in the league. So he led at a quarterback in all of those things. I think the Patriots were 14-3. You know what I mean? So you're a great quarterback. You had an amazing season, but this final game just did not get it done, and it did not look good. But you're also the second youngest quarterback to start in the Super Bowl after Dan Marino. So that's huge. I think you were the most improved player of the year for this season, and you were second in NFL MVP voting. So hell of a season to Drake Maye. Sad that he could not get it done this season, but like I said, he has a bright future. He's still young, and the ability, that was a great story for him and Vrabel to be there. And this is post Belichick being this post Tom Brady. I think it was really cool to see, and hopefully you can do that again and bring the team back. Sad outing, but like I said, I've seen him play. I watched him a little bit this year. I've only been locked in the Bears, but great outing this year, great season for him. So he has a lot to look forward to in this upcoming season. But I'm going to be honest, the overall game was, like I said, anticlimactic. Like, the energy level was low. It didn't seem like a great game. This was a defensive game, and it's not ideal for watchers, Super Bowl people, Super Bowl fans, NFL fans to watch. Like, we want to see a shootout. We want to see, we want to see more points scored. We want to see some more action in this game. They were playing, and announcers even says they were playing this game like they were in the snow. Like, the game they were playing, it was like they were playing the week before that when they were in the snow. Like, they were running the ball. Kenneth Walker, great game, Super Bowl MVP. He cut up. He had 27 rushes, 135 yards, MVP of that game. Great game for him. So, like, he did it, and it was really Kenneth Walker and the kicker. Without Kenneth Walker and the kicker, put on an outstanding performance, outstanding show. They were the best thing on that field to watch. And shout out to Sam Darnold for getting his championship. So it wasn't the most exciting game, but I feel like there was a lot of just weird energy going on around the NFL, around like the Super Bowl and everything. I don't know quite what it was. I can't put my finger on it, but yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's like just the world. I think a lot of people were just like upset that this game wasn't like the most exciting. Actually, I know exactly what it is. It's because the Chicago Bears were not in the Super Bowl. If the Chicago Bears were in the Super Bowl, this would have been the greatest Super Bowl since 1985. And look up 1985 for me. Who won the Super Bowl in 1985? Oh, the Chicago Bears. This would have been the greatest Super Bowl since 1985, and they beat the New England Patriots, right? So that's the problem. That's the only problem. Everybody talking about the energy. Everybody talking about Bad Bunny. Everybody talking about this. No, it's just the fact that the Chicago Bears did not make it, and I'm hurt. I'm still grieving. Somebody asked me about that tonight. They was like, yeah, how do you feel about the Bears? I'm like, what do you think they're going to do for next? I can't even think about next season yet. I'm still grieving. But that's the reason that Super Bowl wasn't as exciting, because we know when it comes to excitement, it's all Chicago. When it comes to the best food, that's Chicago. The best dance, we would have hit a little shuffle. The Iceman would have been there in the end zone. Ben Johnson would have been cooking. So that's all it was. And that's my take on the Super Bowl for this year. But what everybody is talking about is the halftime performance. I know a lot of people are talking about the halftime performance. How good was the halftime performance? What happened with the halftime performance and this and that? But let me show you my opinion. I had a video that is doing some numbers on TikTok about Bad Bunny. Let's watch that real quick. I'm not going to cave in and I'm not going to say Bad Bunny, oh, I'm so excited to see Bad Bunny. Oh, Bad Bunny. I'm not. So, this is going to be amazing. No, I'm going to see what you do at the halftime.
His most popular song is Monaco. We're going to play Monaco.
Yeah.
This is him?
Oh, he's different. He's different.
We just don't know. I swear, Bad Bunny Monaco.
Oh, he's different.
Right, I'm talking about the TikTok storm.
Play a little more. Just play a little more like that.
We're gonna break it up so they don't do this. It's definitely his most popular song for sure.
Stop it.
Right.
Oh my God. Hey, Bad Bunny.
Unphazed.
But look, man, so you see, like, I was not familiar with Bad Bunny. I was not familiar with his game, with some of his songs. I've never intentionally went on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, and typed in Bad Bunny and then listened to a song. But like from Instagram, social media, I guess there is he's one of the biggest stars in America. For y'all that don't know, Puerto Rico is part of America, in America, right? So he has some hits and bangers that are all over TikTok, all over social media that I've heard, and I'm like, oh, these songs are banging, but I didn't connect them to Bad Bunny, right? But if we're talking about the actual Super Bowl performance, that was before the game, the actual Super Bowl performance, my opinion on it, right? Initially, I'm thinking like, okay, I said this, I was like, man, I wish it would be cool if they put like subtitles on it just to know what he was saying. But then I was like just thinking about it and talking about it, and I've rewatched it, the whole performance. This was an amazing performance. This was amazing performance for any artist, right? To get out in the Super Bowl, one of the most watched performances of the year, and put a message out, a positive message out to the world, especially during a time like this, to be able to put a positive message out, to be able to sit there and talk about his culture, to teach you a little about his story, to have a real life wedding, to have a kid that was one of the biggest stories of this year that was detained by ICE, and give him, I think he gave him, was it his Grammy? Yeah. It was his Grammy? You could talk. It was his Grammy. He gave him his Grammy. He had, let me look at just everything that he had. But my main thing is that with Bad Bunny in this performance, like being able to go out there and push a positive message. I don't care what everybody's saying. Bad Bunny has some amazing music. I was vibing. I was dancing. It was cool. And he put it all out there. You know what I mean? And he brought in America. He was talking about a positive message. So anybody that's hating on this, you're just a hater. You're just looking something to hate for. Like they had Shakira. Bad Bunny has performed at the Super Bowl before. Y'all didn't hate. Shakira performed at the Super Bowl before. Y'all didn't hate. Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl. I bet you all those people that y'all didn't know what Kendrick Lamar was saying, y'all don't know his lyrics. So you're just hating at that point. You could see the message. You've seen the message. The only thing that drives out hate is love. You know what that means. That was in English. But let's look at some of the small details. I do want to talk about that in his performance. And a homage to his to the island Bad Bunny opened his performance by traveling through field grass, revealing hard-working field workers. What does that say? Can you read that last part? I can't read it.
Nodding to the historic sugar and fruit farms in Puerto Rico and the legacy of agricultural workers.
Okay, let's do the next one. He climbed onto the electric pole. I seen that, symbolizing the power outages. Like, these are cool things that I didn't even know about Puerto Rico. So the fact that he's, putting himself out there and, talking about giving us a little history lesson as well, because I didn't know all this stuff was going on. Okay, and let's see the next one. We pan over to a living room. We see a mother, father, son watching footage of Bad Bunny in a recent Grammy. Okay, this is exactly where I think this is the kid Liam, right? What does the bottom part say? Can you read that?
Bad Bunny gives the Grammy to the young boy who could be interpreted as a younger version of Bad
Okay, so was this not the kid that was detained by ICE?
I think it was.
Let's look that up just to make sure, because I don't want to just be saying stuff. I thought that was, because it did look like him. Oh, so it was not him. Yeah, everybody was saying that was him, and I guess it looked like him. So it wasn't him? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. So, gotcha. Okay, so it wasn't him. It was just supposed to be somebody that was like supposed to be like a boy who appeared in there. Wait, slow down so I could read it. Social media users incorrectly identified a small boy was part of the, along with his father, was detained on immigration, was actually Lincoln Fox Ramadan, a child actor from Costa Mesa, California, was also 5 years old after Bad Bunny. Camera showed Lincoln watching Bad Bunny accepting the agreement for the album. So I guess this was supposed to be like a younger version of Bad Bunny is what they're saying. Okay. I think that would have been cooler if they had Liam there. Shout out to Liam. Hope he's all right. And the Tonita, the owner of the Caribbean Social Club, there's like a lot of things. Like we don't even have to go through all of it, but there's a lot of things that we had to do. Keep going through, see if there's any other ones that are really cool. But I think the main thing is that having the story, having some type of like lesson, some type of message behind it in the Super Bowl, I think that's important, because this guy's an artist. When we're talking about artists, he had a lot of Latino celebrities there. I seen Jessica Alba, Cardi B, Karol G, Young Michael, Pedro Pascal, all these guys. I think it was super cool to see that. And I think just overall the performance itself, if y'all hating on the performance, y'all just some haters, man. It was cool, man. And we got to switch it up. Ain't nothing wrong with a little difference, man. And I do like this because I think the past 2 years, there has been a lot of like stuff going on in politics. A lot of stuff going on in politics, a lot of stuff going on in the world. The world has gotten crazier, man. And to see Kendrick Lamar, which we need to go back and watch his, because I bet you there was a lot of messaging and stuff. I think we're so hooked on, oh, is he going to play Not Like Us? Is he going to talk about Drake? Is he going to do this? But I think having Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam and some of the great things that he did at his performance, I think that was super dope to have. And I think there was a lot of messaging there that we might have missed as well. And similar to Bad Bunny, there's a lot of messaging here, man. So going back and watch this and just looking at this from the artistic perspective, someone that's an artist that's going out there giving you history, telling you, hey, this is my country. This is what we went, not my country. This is where I grew up. This is what we went through. These are some of the stories, and just highlighting the Latinx community. I think that's big, man. So shout out to Bad Bunny. Shout out to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, like I said, it was anticlimactic, but winning the Super Bowl, if I was there winning the Super Bowl, this would be the greatest moment of my life. So I'm not going to take anything away from the two teams that competed and fought all year to get there. Shout out to the Seahawks from winning that. The defense was going crazy. Shout out to Christian Gonzalez locking people up, had some huge plays that game. But I think overall, that's a great moment. That's a great moment to celebrate with your family. And just in this crazy world, a lot of people talking bad about Bad Bunny. Great performance by him. I know TPUSA had their own a little halftime performance or whatever it is, but shout out to Bad Bunny, man. It is a good time for him. Got his Grammys, got his Super Bowl performance. I know he's gonna have a lot of great things coming on. Shout out to the Seahawks that won. Shout out to the Patriots for putting up a fight, doing what they could. And man, it's been great, man. But I just wanted to make sure I come on here real quick, give y'all a quick update on what I was thinking about the Super Bowl. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. I do appreciate you guys so much for checking out the shorts, for the people that are listening, everything, man. It means a lot to us. It definitely means a lot to us, and it's going to continue to help us keep building this platform, this podcast. I'm enjoying coming on here and talking to you guys, having different guests. Got some different guests coming on here soon because we haven't had a different guest in a minute. It's been me and E for a little bit, so we're going to have a couple solo episodes coming. So I appreciate you guys, man. Stay unfazed. We out of here.
I'm unfazed.